When was the first time you clocked that you were famous?
The big thing for us came about when we had Don't Leave Me This Way went to #1, and it was #1 for weeks and weeks. And I remember we were playing in Ireland. We were booked into a sports stadium. We came on stage.
Wow.
And there was this barrage of knickers. All these girls threw their knickers. Never in the history of recorded sound did a girl throw her knickers at a band to less effect.
Yeah.
To the communards, right?
Yeah, so true.
I think Jimmy made a scrunchie out of a pair of them, and that was it. But it's that instant thing. All of a sudden, you're in a different league.
That's crazy. Richard went from people throwing their pants at him to him giving out the blood of Christ. I think if that is not the biggest 180 you've ever seen, I don't know what is.
For me, the first time was when the fans were waiting outside CD UK. And then when we left, girls were chasing the car, and I was like, what has gone on?
That's mad.
It was scary because they're banging on the windows. You're like, hi. I think that's when I first thought, this is a bit crazy.
Has it affected your life in any negative ways?
Being
or
famous?
Positive? Yeah.
Well, I've kind of been a bit famous and then not famous, and then so it's all been a bit up and down for me.
But in terms of, like, impact,
Yeah.
for me, the impact it's had, I think, is a very satisfying impact. I think to make a difference to people's lives, and I mean that in the nicest way possible, I get such satisfaction, and that's what keeps me going.
Yeah.
To make people smile or forget about their worries, or to make them feel less lonely in hard times, and just come and enjoy and a bit of escapism at one of our shows, or whatever that is. I feel very privileged to have that.
Barry, what about you?
I am just trying to think of this. So I won the Commonwealth Games gold medal at 17. And then when I won the world title, I came home to 250,000 people in Dublin.
Amazing.
Whoa. That's when I knew it actually impacted, you know?
Yeah.
It's good, and because Ireland were going through all the troubles and that, and I was a sort of a peace ambassador, all the bad boys hated me. But yet they watch my fights, you know?
Yeah.
Probably in the hope that I get flattened, you know?
Never did, though, did you?
No, I didn't. No.
Never did. It was lovely to share stories this morning about the impact of success and fame, and it's so relatable, and it binds us, joins us all together.
What about you, Moore? You probably had the most intense experience of walking out one day to find your life was completely changed.
Yeah, come out of Love Island, coming back into Heathrow Airport, it was mayhem.
Really?
Yeah. Like, the security had to drag us onto a bus because there was swamps of people.
Fans?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Were you excited as well?
Yeah, but nervous.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know what to expect. I feel like everyone opening up about their stories, I don't know, it's nice because that's something that I've always struggled with. So, I don't know, you kind of feel like in a safe space to do that because you don't do that with everyone.
I would say I got a bit of time to get used to it before the impact that Corrie had, but then I've had that sustained now for nearly 27 years, and that's constant. And I think the only time that I've found it really difficult recently is then when I became a father. It's hard then, you know, you're just trying to be dad or go shopping.
That's the thing with kids. I think, you know, it's hard to go on days out. And Kai told Wayne to stop coming to football games, you know, like when he played like grassroots tournaments and stuff, because he used to just get swarmed and he couldn't even watch the game. But how do you say to all these kids, go away, I'm watching my son? Adults, different, you could speak to them, but he just said, oh, Dad, there's no point in you coming because you don't even watch me play anyway, which is sad, but it can't be helped because at the same time, the fans help you along the way and get you where you are.
And your popularity, I mean, the thing about it is, if you had your whole life to live again, and somebody said to you, right, you can live your life again, but nobody will know you. You'll be hugely successful, but you won't be
Wayne
famous.
would take that at it. He says
he would say, I'd love to have had my life back and not be famous.
Yeah, 100%.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't change anything.